And welcome back, everyone. Alex here, and today we're going to talk about 5 reasons you should switch to Linux. Um, it's going to be a short video. Reason one is that if you want to try something new, you want to learn something new. Um, it's not it's not every day that you can always learn something new, or you it's not every day that you are learning. So what do you want to learn? You know, keep on learning. Keep on learning. That's what I say. I find it fun. I like to tinker, but you don't need to. Um, Number two would have to be just using it. It's not as difficult as it seems. I can go here and I can type in a word, right? And I have LibreOffice installed. Look, I type in Word, and even though it says LibreOffice Writer, but they know people will call it Word, so it pops right up. And I can write documents. I can do all that. And when you save it, you can save it as Word documents. So if your school uses like an older version of Windows, or if Word, or you can save it as all these different docs and docx's, and it's fully compatible. That's definitely the way. If you need some of those services. Another thing that just makes it easy is that browser just works. I got Firefox installed here, and I also have a Chrome-based browser. I use Thorium browser myself, but Chrome itself I have installed. And if we go to the Hot Shop, or whatever your distributions shop is, without even have to go into the terminal, just type in Edge for Microsoft Edge. And right there, I believe it is a Flatpak. So as long as your distribution has Flatpak, you don't need to do anything. Or you'd have to set up Flatpak and FlatHub by yourself. But if you have a distribution like Pop! OS, Linux Mint, Manjaro, anything like that, it will automatically be set up for you. So now if I click open here, it's the standard Edge. Just is Edge. You get the typical Microsoft welcome and all that stuff. Works. You can use Copilot right there. It's pretty cool. It's definitely pretty cool. Other than that, your software just works. I have Steam installed, I have Starfield installed. Like, most games work out of the box with the Proton compatibility layer, and if they don't, you can tweak them. There's very few games that don't work nowadays, unless they specifically don't work because of like an anti-cheat or something like that. So that's the only thing kind of holding back the gaming side of things, I would say. But everything else kind of just works. Number 3 would just be, if you don't like Microsoft, or, you know, macOS, like controlling like every aspect of the operating system, especially with Windows 11, just it tracking everything you're doing and sending it back to Microsoft. And do you want more control over your operating system and what you're doing, what you're allowing? Then you could use Linux for that. That'd be number 3. Number 4, yeah, that's an easy one. That's just, there's no telemetry. Some distros will say, hey, do you want to help us improve the experience? And usually they're off by default and you have to turn them on. And it's one simple toggle. It's not like Windows 11 or Windows 10 where there's 50 different toggles, and you turn off the toggle, it's still saying like, well, we're still going to collect some, but we won't collect like specific. Yeah, number 4 would have to be like customization. With all the different things you can do, with all the different desktops you can have, the customization. It's pretty ridiculous if you look at my first video, the the Adventures episode 1. You see, like, I had the default stock Pop! OS theming and everything like that. But I've been playing around with theming and using different extensions with GNOME, which extensions are like extra stuff that you can add. Here, I'll show you. So if we go to extensions, let's see, this menu here. So by default with Pop! OS, it has like an applications button, and it pops up and there's a whole window. With Arc Menu, the menu that pops up, much like Windows, stuff like that, and I like that. I like having access to that. It's right here as an extension that I manually installed. And you can toggle that on and off. So when it's off, it's gone. It's not there. Right? Toggle it on, shows up, and it has all my settings and everything. Sorry about that. It has all my settings and everything, how I like it. I can even go as far as going into the Arc menu and changing the menu thing, the layout. So I'm using this layout. But if you go to here, if you really like Windows 10, you go with this layout. I click that. It's the Windows 10 layout. Go here. You can even do like for Papa, you can do the Pop layout, so it brings up the Pop! OS application screen, but smaller, like a menu, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Other than that, yeah, there's a bunch to choose from. There's 11, which is Windows 11, which looks good. You like it, so you can customize it to how you want. I do like the Insider because I just like having the entire list search nice and big, so I can search for Notion, So yeah, you know, customization is a huge thing. Um, you know, the you know the wife uses Windows, and she looked at my desktop earlier. I was like, how can I get that? And it's like, well, we can customize the desktop, but we're gonna have to install programs and stuff to run in the background and stuff, and use more of your resources, um, which definitely, like, is it's more of a problem on Windows than Linux. This barely of this, I haven't seen my percentage really go up at all. Maybe like a little bit, because I do have some like transparent effects and stuff. But other than that, hasn't been much of an issue. And finally, the fifth and final option is that it's free. You just click download, right? You want Debian, if you want Pop OS, Fedora, Fedora 39 just came out a little while ago. It's all free, and they give their own reasons of why. It's Mint. If you want more traditional Windows like experience, recommend Mint. Pop OS is Jaro project, which is also good. The main difference is the look and feel and what comes installed out of the box. But Manjaro, Arch distribution, there's Fedora, and then Pop OS, Mint, and Pop OS are based off of Debian or Ubuntu, to be specific, which I don't really recommend because of the whole snap thing and all that stuff. But yeah, this was just a short, quick video, kind of being like, hey, here's the five things. There's more, obviously. HyperX, there's obscure, or reasons to switch or have a server that runs Linux, but honestly, I'm just trying to be like, hey, Linux desktop can be approachable from all angles, and if a lot of what I said in this video you don't understand, or I just want a computer that works. The takeaway from this is that this desktop for your average day person just works. And if you're a gamer and a tinkerer, it mostly just works with a few things that you have to do occasionally. I definitely think people always say, like, online, like, when it's the Linux desktop the year of the Linux desktop, and it's gonna explode in popularity. Who knows if that will ever, but I honestly, heartedly think that this is the future. I mean, it already is in a lot of ways. But I thank y'all for watching, and this is kind of like a different style video. Music in the background. When I edit, just to kind of have something going on. But yeah, I just wanted to think like 5 things, 5 things it's good at. And yeah, number 5, it's free. You can download it, you can put it on a USB stick. You can install it. You can install it on your old laptop. You can install it on an old computer. They run fantastic on old computers. Yeah, you can give it a shot. You can dual boot. You can do a bunch of different things if you don't want to give up that safety net. Does that? I always recommend jumping in, but that's for somebody like that's what I like. And if you like that, do it. Just jump in. Get, figure it out, play around. Watch YouTube videos like this. Watch other YouTubers. That kind of thing. Alright, have a good one. Peace.